Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of the Dying Breed podcast. Today, we'll be talking about your network being your net worth. You know, I've heard that saying many times over, and I think for the very couple of times I've heard it, I got a general sense of understanding of what the saying is really trying to talk about. But from my own experience growing up, I've been able to get a deeper insight on what that saying actually means. And today, I would like to, share that knowledge from my own point of view, from my own journey on the importance of having a solid network. So let's go. We're all caught up with our lives. Normal. You have to think about yourself, put yourself first, work hard on yourself, you know, do all you can to give yourself the best chances of succeeding in this life. But there's only so much you can do as one person. The power of one is too small to actually really affect a change. So life is actually a team game, not a single player game. Your success in life has to do a lot with your network, the people you've collected over the years, the people you've built relationship with all over the years. So many of us were caught up with our own worlds. You're trying to succeed. It seems like life is a competition. You are competing with your people you perceive you are competing with and all that. But for real, yes, there's a lot of competition in life, but it's not really a single player game. It's a team game. So to compete effectively, you have to be surrounded by the right team. And when we are saying team, it doesn't necessarily have to be like a professional team. Your friends, they are your team. When you are in school, the group of people you hang with, they are your team. The people you confide in, they're your team. The people you surround yourself with, those people are your team. And inevitably, your life is somehow going to turn out like theirs. So it's very, very important to have the team mentality and also to have the right team surrounding you. So yeah, the best team wins. The best team is not necessarily the team that has the best star players. You understand? Like, you can relate this to football teams. You can have Mbappe, Vinny Jr., everybody. But when the team is not properly clicking, when they are not leveraging each other the way a proper team can, you get to see that at the end of the day, the team with less star players, but they are more of a team. They complement each other's strengths and weaknesses. They always come out on top. So the ability for the team to network very well, complementing each other's strengths and weaknesses is very, very important. So like there are a lot of people that have very well established networks, but they don't actually just have that team mentality. They think life is a one, or they don't have that ability to leverage their team properly. It's still the same kind of metaphor. You might be an Mbappe, but if you're not really connecting well with the team, you can only score so much goals, and the goals alone will not give you the trophy. Your team, you have to click well to your team to get to that final destination that you're trying to get. No matter how good you are as a single unit, you actually need a very good team. And your team may not, you don't necessarily need to try and go and find the best players or the best people, the richest people, the most successful people to be your friend. You always have to make do with what you have at whichever stage of life you have. So it's important to have that long-term vision to bring people into your life that you you admire something about them, and you can nurture that and grow with them, because everybody wants to go where it's happening. You want to go and join the people that you feel that are doing very well. You want to, but I think the best thing is to build your team organically. You don't have to just go to wherever the buzz or the trend is. You should find people that have potential, invest in them, and grow with them as well. So it's very, very important to have that team mentality. So let's use a Rolex analogy. If you've ever seen any mechanical watch, or you've seen the inner workings of any manual watch, you get to see that there are a lot of gears in it. And these gears, there are several different shapes, different sizes, but all of them come together in a very complementary and synergistic way to make a beautiful timepiece. So the big the big gear in the watch cannot say the little gear in the watch is not contributing anything, cannot say that he's superior to the little gear in the watch, because all of them they are in sync, and they work together to produce a marvelous timepiece that keeps to the time and is moving elegantly. So it's important to have that. Everybody has a role to play in your network. So be big, small, whichever, we are all different in our abilities and skill sets. So it's important to always have that in mind. Have that mentality of, how can I leverage the strength of another person? For example, in my life, I have built an extensive network of people. I still feel like I'm not properly leveraging my network, because if I am, I would probably have made more progress. However, I'm quite conscious of the fact that it's a team game. It's not a single player game. So you have to be intentional about the kind of people you surround yourself with, the kind of friends you make, the kind of acquaintances you keep. Very, very intentional. Your life literally depends on this, because if you are surrounded by fools, now you'll be the next fool. If you are surrounded by wise guys, no matter how foolish you are, your wisdom will probably just step up a bit. So it's quite important. Like I said, this does not mean you have to be clouting around people that you admire their lifestyle. Good and fine. You have to surround yourself, but with people around you that you admire something about them, you try and bring them close. You won't be like this person that, everybody I surround myself with, there's something about them. There's something about their unique skill sets that I admire, and I wish that I could have in my own life. But surrounding myself with them, or surrounding them around me, having them around me, means I can leverage off those strengths. And because we are kind of like chameleons, you take on the character and the traits of your environment and the people in your environments. That's why it is always wise to be in a nice environment and be surrounded by good and the right people that will you share, you know that you guys are going towards the same direction, and you share similar values. So yeah, you have to look for opportunity to leverage the strengths in other people. Like I've said this before, let me say, I know about cars, but I have a friend that knows about cars way more than me. So if I have a decision to make about a vehicle, it will be wiser for me to, leverage off the strengths of somebody that knows better. This applies to every other area of my life. I have friends that are very, very, very resourceful. When I need when I need help, I know that I can leverage off this person's resourcefulness to get what I want. I have friends that are very, very technical. I know that when I need technical assistance, I can leverage off this person's technical assistance far more than I can on my own, because I might be good at all these things, but I'm not the best at them. So why not leverage somebody who is far better than I am in that specific field? So I think if you do that, you get far better results. So you have to always look for the strengths, to leverage the strengths of the people in your network or your network in general. Remember, it's not a single player game, it's a network game, it's a team game. So you have to be happy, invest, support, pray, inspire and motivate the people around you, the people in your network, to become the best version of themselves, because their growth is your growth, their success is your success. If the people you have surrounded yourself with become successful, there is no way that success will not rub off on you. There is no way opportunities will not come your way, one way or the other. So it's very, very important to root for your people. Have that mindset change. It's not a competition. Maybe it's a competition between your team and other teams, but it's not a competition between you and the people in your team. Their success is your success. So pray for them, be happy for them when they win, and learn to see their win as your win, because inevitably it is your win. So have that mindset change. All right. Now, next thing I want to talk about is your personal assets or currency. There's this saying that the strength of the wolf is the pack. That's the pack of wolves, and the strength of the pack is the wolf. So it goes both ways. As an individual, you cannot really accomplish much. That's why you need a team. And as a team, if the team is filled with average as individuals, the team will not be really able to accomplish much. So it's important for you to put yourself in the best shape, give yourself the best chance, make sure you're a good team member. That way, you are improving the team as well. So every single unit of the team has to be sharp and on point. You have to take that responsibility to put yourself sharp and on point, so that when the team needs you, you can always contribute. So personal assets and currency. Money is not the only currency. I learned this stuff on one of the books I've read recently, and it says that there are so many other currencies that people have that they underrate, and these are the things that will actually allow you to leverage your network and still leverage other resources that are around you. Now, your character is one of those things. Your character and your integrity. I don't know what those words mean to you individually, because these words mean different things to different people. So how would I explain your character? Your character has to be like the dominating trait of your personality, what you are all about. Your integrity is your ability to give your word and keep it. If we all have met that guy that says something and never does it, or you just know that whenever this person is telling you something is capping, it's probably not going to deliver. He does not have integrity. But when people have that kind of notion about you, you know that they will not really be able to trust you with anything serious. So second one is responsibility. Like I said, everybody has that zeal to be good. I've not seen any person that just came out of this life and just wants to be all bad, wants to be a bad egg. So everybody wants to be responsible. So responsibility is a trait that people crave in people that are close to them. If you're a responsible person, you're an asset. Your history and your reputation, what are you known for? This stuff, you've been building it over the years. So for the younger audience here, it's important to take your history and your reputation very, very seriously, because this is what you're going to be known for. And people will always know that about you. So make sure you have a good reputation. You're known for something good. You're not that person that nothing good comes from. Even if you are, from today, please try and correct. Keep a good reputation. Defend your dealings with people. It won't cost you much. Then finally, I want to talk about the relationship between trust and money, because they are quite intertwined. Money flows from a place of lack of trust to a place of trust. If the bank trusts you and you request for a loan, they're probably going to give you that loan. If your guys trust you and you request for something that they can do for you, they're probably going to do it for you because they trust you. They know that you are trustworthy, you are credible. These stuffs are assets that you have inside you that you can use that you can leverage to attract wealth and success to yourself. So that'll be all for now. Look forward to seeing you guys in the next episode. So build yourself a decent network, and also if you've already built your network, have that mentality to leverage off your network is important. A lot of people have decent networks, but they do not leverage off those relationships that they've built. It's very, very important if you want to get to where you're going to. So yeah, that's all for today. Have a nice day, my guys. Enjoy. Peace.